Happy Tuesday. Welcome to this Tuesday's edition of Good Morning Vail. I'm your in-studio host, Gretchen Plesha. I have the brilliant Mark Sassy out and about walking around. We're going to talk all things student loans as well as vacationing in Italy. Goes hand in hand, right? Have a great day. Have a good cup of coffee and sit right there because Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to our Tuesday edition of Good Morning Vail. I'm going to be live down here in Minturn today. I'm actually on the upper parts of the Eagle River. It's a beautiful morning out here for September the 19th, which is also National Pirate Day. So we'll have little pirate jokes kind of filtered into the show over the course of your day today. Let's take a look at your weather for Tuesday. We'll jump around, look at the rest of the week into the weekend. We're going to see temperatures pretty mild. Midday, our high temperature of 68 degrees. We're going to see 43 degrees first thing at about 8 o'clock with a 30% chance of maybe a passing shower. Partly cloudy skies. Slight breeze out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Your hourly forecast showing you midday temperatures just getting into the 60s, but we're going to be hovering in the low 60s around noontime. We'll be about 59 degrees at 4 o'clock. Our high temperature of the day coming our way around 3 o'clock this afternoon with a high of 68. Mostly sunny to start, partly cloudy, maybe a few showers later on in the afternoon. Denver temperatures today about 79 degrees with a 30% chance of a passing shower. For Vail, 68 with a 30% chance. For Avon, 72 with a 30% chance. And then we'll see 73 for a high to the west towards Eagle with a 20% chance of some moisture. Tonight we'll see that sun setting much earlier. 7:10 is when the sun sets. Partly cloudy skies with a 20% chance of maybe a shower, a low of 36 degrees. And then as we look at the rest of the week, Wednesday through Sunday, temperatures kind of hovering in the low 70s for the next few days, upper 60s for Friday, low 60s for Saturday, then mid 60s for Sunday. We're going to see after today, mostly, for the most part, sunshine every day. Evening lows, though, if you look at that evening low, Friday night, Saturday night, we're going to see lows in the low 30s. So definitely, once again, that fall temperature feel is in the air. And midday, we're going to see mild temperatures once again, upper 60s and low 70s all the way through the week. We've made it through our Oktoberfest. They're behind us now. Excuse me. Let's talk about a few activities coming our way next, though. So this Thursday at the Shakedown Bar in Vail, the doors open at 7. The show starts at 8. The Vail Comedy Show returns, and it will be presented and hosted by comedian Mark Masters, who's a part of Outside Television. He's also a part of ESPN, Vail Valley Live, Antelope Valley Comedy Festival, Snow Jam Comedy Festival, and the Rubber City Comedy Festival. Our headliner for Thursday night will be Katie Hannigan. She lives, breathes, and does all of her stand-up comic work. She's also an actor and a writer. She lives in New York City, and she performs nightly in New York City. She's been a part of Comedy Central, Late Night with Stephen Colbert, Late Night Show with James Corbin, HBO, MTV, The Comedy Cellar, all out of New York. That's going to be taking place at the Shakedown Bar at 7 o'clock is when the doors open on, let's see, we're looking at Thursday night in Vail at the Shakedown Bar. Another thing coming up this weekend, this Saturday from 10 to 2, Climate for Climate. Now this is Vail Mountain. Vail Mountain becomes kind of the focus of climate awareness when everybody has the opportunity to hike Berry Picker Trail to Eagle's Nest. This is the second annual event, including educational stations. There's going to be musicians along the way, interactive challenges along the trail also. Live music by the Runaway Grooms. We've got food, wine, and beer and views of the mountaintop party. Now this is an event benefiting Walking Mountain Science Center, which is the hub of environmental education and climate action here in Eagle County. So that's Climate for a Climate this Saturday. And also coming up this week on Sunday, the third to last Vail Farmers Market and Art Show. That starts at 9:30, goes to 3:30. And I think we started it 21 years ago. It started off with just a few tents. Now we're looking at about 150 tents all summer long. Vendors, musicians, artisans, they've all been hand selected to kind of fit into the feel of what the Vail Farmers Market's vision was to be. And I'll tell you, it's a spectacular market. I got a lobster roll on Sunday last week and also some Palisade peaches. So there you go. Real quick, what is a pirate's favorite letter, Gretchen? Do you know what it is? I know you want to say R. It's actually the C. The C is a pirate's favorite letter. Hey, we'll be right back with Gretchen in the studio. We have some great information for you on our Tuesday edition of Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. If you missed this Saturday's episode by any chance, you missed an awesome interview with Yamani Carey and our very own Liz Farron. Let's check it out.
Now I have an absolutely beautiful soul next to me. Oh my goodness, this is Yamanya Carey, everybody. You're so beautiful looking at you. And your energy is just incredible as well. So I'm very happy to have you here.
Thank you, Liz.
So we are going to start off talking about your practice and what you do and how you can bring light, energy, love, and self-respect to the people here in the community. No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
No pressure at all. But I mean, what you do is really cool. It's YamanyaCarey.com.
Yeah.
All right, and then let's get this so we can hear your beautiful
mic.
Your hair's in
the
the
mic.
bag. There we go.
Yeah.
So talk to me. Tell me about what you do. And you mentioned something about sound experiencing, and I don't know what that means.
Okay, so I do a very unique modality called light language.
Light language.
And so I've actually traveled nationally and internationally speaking on this particular topic and bringing awareness into like what I would call conscious evolution.
Oh.
So I work with sound. Well, let's put it this way. My body becomes like a tuning fork to the person or the group in front of me. Oh. And I channel through sounds through my voice that are a resonant frequency for the person or the group in front of me that allows healing to happen. I also,
so crazy.
I know, and I also channel a language that isn't necessarily understood with the mind.
So it's a tongue.
Basically, it's like a tongue. It kind of comes from a different thread of energy, but yes, it's a tongue that bypasses the ego and speaks directly to the soul. It's all about awakening into the remembrance of who we are.
Oh my God, I have the chills a little bit here. Oh, are we going to do this?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
So do you sound normal or do you have like coming out?
I don't know. Never know what's going to come out. Every person is different. It's so amazing. So when I do groups, I'll do like a larger sound bath, like with vocal sound resonance, which is the singing, the light language, and sound bowls, and a guided meditation. So I work a lot with breath, sound, light, and visualization.
Nice.
And then at the end of my events, I'll have people stand up in front of me, and I'll do individual transmissions. Wow. So, and every single person is totally different because I resonate to their soul expression.
So this is a lot about energy, obviously.
It is. I'm basically how I explain it to my dad. My family is very medical.
Are they?
They're very traditional, very medical, and I'm the woo-woo.
So you went off to the other side.
I did. But basically what it is I am an energy doctor.
Ooh, I
so
like that.
we work with, the whole body is the physical, mental, spiritual, and the energetic aspects of everything.
Which we forget sometimes.
Right. So you can go to a traditional doctor and they're going to work with the physical, maybe a little bit of the mental, but a lot of times the energetic aspect behind why we hurt ourselves.
Hey.
Why we are having emotional complications, whatever it is, there is an energetic component that needs to be addressed at the same time. So I consider myself kind of like an energy doctor.
I love this so much. You have no idea. I can't move my head because I hurt my neck.
I know.
Talking to me, I'm like, she's going to heal me through her energy sounds.
We're going to try.
We're going to try.
We're going to see what comes through. I never know.
love that.
And that's what I say like when I'm doing individual sessions, because I do individual sessions as well. And
nice.
I'll sit down, I'll meditate, we'll talk about where we're at, where like the person in front of me is at. And then I'll be like, okay, so this is kind of what I'm getting. This is the direction we set intentions. And then my disclaimer is, and this may completely change.
Wow.
Because sometimes I don't always know what actually needs to happen.
So do you consider yourself, I know you obviously are very good, you're empathic for sure.
100%.
You are definitely an empath. Do you have any psychic abilities at all?
I do.
You do?
I do, yeah.
I don't know why I could feel that. No.
Oh my
I
gosh.
just feel like you do.
I do. So it's interesting. I have a different take on this. So yes, I am extremely psychic. So I will see the energetic lines in people's bodies. I actually will hear like my guides talking to me.
Wow.
I have like the sense, the clairsentience. I have like all 4 or 5 psychic abilities that come through me at any given time. But the thing I do in my sessions, oftentimes people ask, well, what did you see? What did you get? Right? Which is awesome. And if it's important, I will 100% tell you. But what happens is oftentimes our ego will attach to some concept or idea. So if I tell you, oh, well, you're really struggling because you had X, Y, and Z with your mom, and if you do this, then they go into the story of around their mom and whatever that was. And my whole idea is to extract us out of the story.
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does, because you're removing from the story and you're just making it present.
I don't want to give you a reason for why, unless the reason for why is important to you releasing the why in the first place.
That's what I was thinking when you were saying that. I figure if you bring up a point that you can sense in somebody and they want to discuss it, it's probably part of a healing process.
Exactly.
You know, because anytime you talk things out, it's just healing.
There's part of that, exactly. But we don't want to attach to a story that gives us another reason to hold on to some kind of energetic pain or ailment that's in the body.
Oh my God.
Right?
This is super intriguing.
So I don't even say, like, we don't even, like, if you start to cry in the middle of a session, sometimes it's important to understand where the depth of that, like, cry is coming from. And other times it's like, it's just energy and it's just moving, let it go.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and as long as we don't store it in our body, then it no longer has the capacity to be able to affect us.
See, wouldn't you love to just let it all go? I swear, I'm telling you.
Exactly.
There's so much within all of us. We just go through so much in life. Life is not a joyride all the time. We have a lot of things that we worry about or care about, or people, or money, or jobs, or just the world in general that people take on.
Right. Right.
So there's a lot.
Right.
So I just think this is a very important thing. I've been looking for a girl like you. Oh, I'm so excited for this. So what are you going to do with me to let everybody know, so when they're watching, they can really immerse themselves into it? And are you good? I probably might cry. Who knows?
You might. I don't know.
Okay, I put on
see.
waterproof mascara just
Oh,
for that
perfect.
reason.
And we'll get some tissues over here. Yeah, some people just have this like reaction, especially when they hear the light language, because a lot of people will feel like it's like coming home. There's some resonance of home.
Oh, okay.
And so it makes them cry. So, yes.
Okay, well, I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited as well, because this is something that I've been really wanting to get on our program. Somebody with a little energy, healing, empath, psychic, all of this great stuff. So when we come back, we're going to do a little practice of, it's called sound.
It's a light language and vocal sound resonance.
See, I can't say all
And
that.
I'm also going to take you through a little bit of a heart guided meditation too.
I can't wait. So when we come back, we're going to definitely take me into an energy level. So stick around. It's going to be really interesting. We'll be back with more Good Morning Vail on TVA in just a moment.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Thank you for joining us this early. Dr. Billy Hensley, the president and CEO of the nonprofit Endowment for Financial Education, and we're going to talk about all things student loans. How are you doing this morning?
I'm great. How are you?
You look great. You were saying you were tired. I don't believe you. You had coffee. I know. I love it. Well, I am so excited to talk to you because I know this is something that affects so many different people. And I know that the student loans were paused and they're coming back this October. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, for the first time in well over 3 years, interest is accruing as of this month, and payments are due starting in October.
In October, okay. So do you think with this happening, obviously a lot of people are a little nervous, feeling a little bit unsure, and have people reached out to you at all and asked you about this? Because I know for myself, this would make me feel a little bit, some kind of way, a little bit nervous, and you know, where you feel like, okay, I have some time, now is the time that you have to pay. What is that looking like?
Well, you know, we were curious. We wanted to quantify what people were feeling in a way. And so we did a national poll, two actually. One national poll with general public, and then those who are owe student loans. And we wanted to look at that potential impact on their finances and the finances of their inner circle, meaning maybe the individual didn't owe, but their kids do, or their spouse does, or their grandchildren even. And half of the people we surveyed are very anxious and worried about the end of the repayment pause, and are saying that this will negatively impact their financial lives. 83% actually said they will have to make financial changes, and 23% anticipate cutting between $500 and $1,000 a month, and another 1 in 10 plan to cut more than $1,000 a month from their monthly spending.
Wow. So lots of people feeling very nervous about that, which I can absolutely understand. Because like you said, this is going to cut into their monthly and their salary, their monthly spending. That is crazy. Have people been keeping up with the payments during the pause, or has that been something that you haven't been seeing?
Actually, that's the silver lining here.
Okay.
Half of borrowers made most or every payment. Around 30% didn't make any payments, and then everyone else was sort of somewhere in between. Another bit of silver lining here is that last month, 800,000 borrowers received notice that they received some level of cancellation. Maybe they were in an income-driven repayment plan for so many years, and the Department of Education has actually cited administrative failures in being able to deploy forgiveness for those who maybe have qualified a long time ago, and they're just now sort of catching up to the paperwork, if you will.
Okay, so there was some help and some relief for people. How are they chosen? I just don't, this whole process is so new to me. How are those people, do they have to go and they have to obviously fill out paperwork? And how are they chosen to get help from this?
Well, historically, it's been a little inconsistent. I think the website has been a little hard to navigate, but the Department of Education is making lots of improvements. They're making more repayment plans available to borrowers, tied to a certain percentage of their discretionary income, tied to their total income, and looking at what's due, how much is due, how little, how much do they have to pay back. That's getting better. I think a lot of students, I say students because I always think loans with students, but a lot of borrowers are being actually funneled into payment plans maybe that they've qualified for previously, but StudentAid.gov is a really good place to get deeper in that. Look into that more because they have a calculator, a simulator where you can input your information, and then that will place you into the most beneficial repayment plan for your personal circumstance.
Oh, I love that. Okay, and I love what you said as well. I think that's really important to touch base on. I think of student loans as well, but it's not just students; it's borrowers in a bigger spectrum, which makes a lot more sense. What is a piece of advice that you could give to the borrowers out there? Me being one of them, what could you say to us to kind of alleviate some of this kind of anxiety around, having to pay back money?
Right. Most of us are living paycheck to paycheck. And this is a scary proposition. It's a scary proposition. And the most powerful thing is educate yourself. But before that, center yourself on that you invested in your future, you invested in your education. Sometimes the debt that goes with that is very difficult to manage. But educate yourself. And there are practical things like understand the difference between public and private loans. Use caution if you're considering something like consolidation, because some of the private loans actually, where consolidation could live, depending on the servicer you use, you may not qualify for certain relief programs like the lower payments even, or potentially some levels of loan forgiveness depending on how long you've been paying loans. Watch out for scams. There's so much attention to this right now. They know people are worried and, they're going to take advantage of consumers. So protect your information. If it's too good to be true, it is absolutely too good to be true. No fee to apply. Remember that if you're looking at federal relief, because paying a fee will not improve your odds. It will not speed up the process.
Okay. And as far as the scam artists go, because I know that is something that is very much out there. You said if it's too good to be true and or if they're asking for money up front, are there any other things to look at as far as that? Because I know I'm a little gullible when it comes to people and I want to think that people are doing, they're being good and trying to help out. Are there any other kind of red flags, warning signs around those scams?
Well, this is boring advice. Probably the most sort of bland, boring information is going to be the best information. And that's going to live, and sorry, I'm not picking on the Department of Education, because financial education, financial thinking, financial planning can be overwhelming. And so when you're thinking about student loans and financial aid, it can be a little bland and boring. But the information at studentaid.gov through the Department of Education is the vetted, quality information. It may be a little boring, but take the time. You owe it to your budget, you owe it to yourself to make the best decision. And sometimes the quick and easy might help facilitate a fast decision or helping sort of, jumping back into repayment. But you unfortunately have to navigate a certain level of red tape, and the way to do that is just carve out some time, dig through the information on the website, your personal profile on studentaid.gov, and explore that. Reach out to your student loan service provider. They're going to have information. Or maybe even if you call in a favor with your friend who works at a college that's in the financial aid office, ask them for some advice as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Billy Hensley. You're brilliant. I learned so much, and we really appreciate you waking up this early this morning. A little bit of coffee, I know, and giving us giving all these tips and, as far as student loans. We really appreciate you.
Right. I'm happy to do it. I'm a former student loan borrower myself, and I want to help as many people as possible.
Oh, you're awesome. Thank you so much again. We hope to talk to you soon. And keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva8.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com, because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tva8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I'm live here in Minturn first thing this morning. A little bit of morning traffic. Everybody commuting down from south of here, the Leadville area, on their way to work for your Tuesday. We got some blue skies to start first thing this morning. We might have a slight chance of maybe some moisture, just a little bit of possibility. Not much moisture in the forecast, so about a 30% chance, maybe later on this afternoon. We'll start at about 43 degrees at 8 o'clock. We'll see a high in Vail of 68, a little bit warmer to the west towards Avon and Eagle, with that 30% chance of moisture, partly cloudy skies. Your hourly forecast showing you increasing clouds over the daytime, and then by the evening time we'll start to clear out again. That warmest time of the day about 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Your Denver drive, if you're coming up from the Front Range this morning or headed down to Denver, temperatures along the Front Range about 79 degrees with a 30% chance of moisture. For Vail, 68. For Avon, 72. And then Eagle, a high of 73. Anywhere from a 20 to a 30% chance of a passing shower or a thunderstorm this afternoon. Tonight, our sun will be setting at 7:10. We'll see about a 20% chance of maybe another pop-up shower. Partly cloudy skies with a low of about 36 degrees. Now, as we jump ahead with that 5-day, notice those evening lows. By the weekend, they're going to be in the freezing digits, 32 degrees for the low temperature Friday, 31 for a low on Saturday evening. Our high temperatures for Wednesday, 71, mostly sunny skies. For Thursday, 71 also, sunshine. For Friday, 66 for a high, 32 for a low, mostly sunny skies. For Saturday and Sunday, sunshine, low to mid 60s for your highs, and low to mid 30s for your lows. So definitely a definitive shift as we look at fall and we look at kind of what's right around the corner coming our way. I think Vail's planning to open in about 51 days, right around there, 50 days. Whew, I know, and that we could see snowmaking activity if those temperatures hold in those low temperatures. It won't be quite that way, but that's kind of what we're looking at right now. I've got a fly fishing report coming up next, and I want to talk about the action on the river, what's happening out there, how good it is, and compared to how it's been during the summertime. We've seen definitely a dramatic shift in the insects that the fish are feeding on now. During the summertime when those water temps are warm, we see dry flies everywhere in the sky, and the fish are just going berserk for the adults. They're jumping out of the water, and they're just eating everything on the surface. But as the temperatures change, the water temperatures change, the air temperatures change, those insects start the shift of not hatching anymore. They start to stop their hatch because of those water temps. So the bugs really start to predominantly feed subsurface, in the rocks in the bottom where the nymphs are, where the emergers are. They are eating a lot of hoppers still, so grasshoppers and ants and beetles, all the terrestrials. They're chowing on those on the surface, and soon enough, with these evening lows getting really cold, a lot of those grasshoppers and those other terrestrials will probably fade out, and then mostly subsurface will be the action for a good part of the fall. Small bugs too, size 20, size 22, and little midge, little baetis, jujubaitis and chocolate thunders and bars emergers and RS2s. RS2 is probably the most popular one right now that's really catching a lot of fish. I want to show you a picture of this small fish that was caught by Mandy the other day. This is actually a sculpin. Now, a sculpin is a bait fish that lives in our rivers, SCULPIN. It's called a sculpin, and they don't get very big, and it's not a fish that we go out to target to catch, but it is a fish that we imitate to catch other fish. And the sculpin population, in the Eagle River, very predominant. We don't usually catch them by the fly, so that's definitely an odd photograph, but they're beautiful little species, and it is a very active food source for the fish, especially this time of year. And it's a big morsel of food, so bigger fish like to eat those. I also got some pictures of some real happy clients that have gone out with some of our fishing guides recently. Mandy, one of my senior guides, Tom Rushlow, one of my senior guides. They've had some great trips. We're still pretty busy here at the shop just because it's really a special time to be here in the mountains. We have, cool mornings and sunny during the day, but it's not that hot. There's no crowds on the river anymore. The fish know that cold weather's on its way, so they really start to kind of ramp up their feeding, just like the bears do before they go into hibernation, in a sense. So spectacular fishing. Give us a call if you want to get on the river. Really, it is a great time to be here. It's one of the best times of the year in my eyes for the fishing. There you go. That's your fishing report, brought to you by these guys right here and me, Minturn Anglers. So we are going to take a quick break, and then Gretchen has we have some great information. Ben had a chance to speak with the gentleman regarding starting work early in life. I had the same problem with my kids. Kids are different now. They're too busy with other things. I had to get my kids into jobs recently, and very important. We've got some great information coming up when we come back.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, The weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Good morning, Vail.
All right, like I told everybody before the break, Ben Roof, one of our hosts at TV8, had a chance to connect with the recruiter guy, Bill Humbert, to find out and discuss the importance of getting a job early on in life. There's so many facets to unfold that are just as important to actually working the job. Life lessons you're going to learn. Let's take a look and listen to that interview now.
Welcome back to the show. We are speaking to Bill Humbert, a well-known recruiter who is going to give us some advice on how to begin our careers if we were younger, and a little bit more on how to try and encourage youth employment and the advantages that that can provide for us. So welcome here. Welcome, Bill Humbert.
Hey, Ben. Thanks. It's great to be here.
It's great to have you. So you're talking a little bit about how to encourage youth employment, and is there anything that you have personally that experienced that sets you off on your path?
I do. You know, you talked earlier about working at 10, I think. I think I beat you by a year. I got my first Washington Daily News paper route at age 9, and that was a business because they would deliver the papers to me, and then at the end of the month, they'd send me a bill, and then I'd have to collect from all of my customers and then send them what I owed them, and the balance was for me. So at age 10, I started a Washington Post paper route, and that paper route was really fun. I was making $140 a month, quite a bit of that on tips, because I was getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning as a 10-year-old and delivering papers to all of my customers. It was over 100 of them, and getting them out before they had their first coffee. Excuse me. And I made $140 a month, which today is, excuse me, the equivalent of $1,500 per month.
That's pretty incredible. And as I know that as when I was working as a kid, it was definitely nice to have a little bit of that of my own money. But more importantly, it helped me with the skills of talking about money and really trying to help manage that. Is that something that you found?
Absolutely. You know, a lot of my money that I made, I put right into savings. So at age 12, I went to my dad and I said, you know, the public school system wants to put me into shop class. I'm smarter than that. They don't take into account my getting up early in the morning and delivering papers and collecting for them at night. And I said, so I applied to DeMatha Catholic High School in Hyattsville, Maryland, and I was accepted after taking the test, and they put me in the top college prep class. And my dad said, I can't afford to send you to private school. I said, no problem. I'm making $400 or $140 a month. DeMatha costs $450 for the year. I got it covered. So I paid my way through high school, through the high school I wanted to go, with the money that I made from my paper route.
That's pretty fantastic. And so why did you choose that school in particular? Was it because of that college prep opportunity, or was there some other particular reason?
Well, you know, of course, you have friends that are bragging about where they're going to go to high school and stuff like that. But at the same time, instead of being in shop class, I'd be in college prep. And I knew I was smart enough to be in college prep. So I wanted to be at the place that would put me in college prep.
Totally. So when we're starting out our careers as young adults, what is something that can really help us with? I know that there's that constant refrain in the United States of like, many, many millionaires and billionaires started working really young, even started at McDonald's. Is there anything that you might recommend for kids to really look for when they're trying to get that first job, when they're really starting out on their first career?
Well, the important thing about first jobs is just to start working and learn what it is that you like doing in the workplace, and also what it is you do not like doing. I did some research before we had our interview, and I thought, I wonder how many millionaires got their start at McDonald's. It's amazing. There's a list. Jeff Bezos of Amazon, founded Amazon and Blue Origin, and it's worth $94 billion. He's got his start at McDonald's. Rapper Pharrell Williams, model and actress Andy McDowell, singer-songwriter Andy Grammer, TV personality and author Star Jones. If you just go to Google and say, what millionaires worked at McDonald's, they'll tell you. And it's amazing how important those first jobs are, because that's when we develop our work ethic.
Absolutely. It was one of the most important things that I learned when I was very first starting out working, was to not just stand around. Like, if looks like you could help. Don't wait for somebody to ask for help or tell you that you need to do something. To constantly be on the lookout for another way to contribute value and to help. What about from the perspective of the employers? Is there any reason that you think that an employer in particular should try and take a risk on somebody who doesn't have a lot of experience in the job market or has never had a real job before?
It's not that big a risk. They're not paying tons of money. Obviously, they're paying more than when I was working back then. But, it's not a huge risk for them. Walmart's constantly hiring and looking for people who are motivated. All of the fast food places are always looking for help. And so those first jobs, the employers know that this person needs to be trained and kind of motivated and, even mentored on, if you're stocking shelves, what to look for and how to bring product out to the front. So once you start learning what's needed, then you're developing a reputation for doing those things. And then that helps build you references for your future for the even better jobs.
Speaking of those references, is that something that you think a lot of those students could be looking for in those first jobs, is a mentorship opportunity and really trying to look to build a mentor relationship with somebody? Or would you recommend just really trying to get a little bit more of a feel for things, and during those spring breaks, take some opportunities to try different jobs and kind of work around? I know that a lot of recruiters say that,
maybe not. Maybe it's one of those things where you go and you stay 6 months, a year. You don't need to be there 2 years, but stay there for a little bit of time, enough time to develop the skills that you need to leverage those to your next job. So that's what I would suggest about the early jobs. Now, once you've graduated from college, if you go to college or if you go into trades, stay there for a longer period of time, because there's going to be more to learn.
That totally makes sense. I mean, I know that some jobs, like stocking shelves, for example, that might not be quite as much to learn as some more complicated things like a plumber's assistant. But if we're moving on to how these students can get in touch with potential employers, how would you recommend that employers who are either looking for high school students or high school students who are looking for their first job to kind of help get in touch with each other?
Well, finding an entry-level job is easy. You can go into a shopping center and line up a job like that, or here in Park City, Utah, you go up Main Street and there's help wanted signs all the way up and down Main Street. So those are, just walk in and say, hey, what I see you're hiring people. What are you looking for? And if it's something you feel you can do, I mean, it can be a cashier position. It can be stocking shelves. It can be a greeter maybe. So, by the way, greeters need to know where things are. So there's all kinds of opportunities, landscaping, construction. Follow whatever your interest is and see if it is something you want to do long term or not.
Would you have any recommendations for businesses trying to reach out to people entering the job market? And I know that there's a pretty consistent hiring shortage across the West right now. Is there anything that you think that some businesses could do to help encourage new people to enter their workforce?
Well, absolutely. One of the things you want to do, if you keep seeing the same person coming in, say, hey, let's get together because it looks like you like our shop. And, would you like to work here and get a discount on the things that you're buying? And they come in more than once a week, they're very interested in whatever it is that business has to offer, fast food or not. Those are the people you want to talk to first. The other thing is, be friendly with people. And then when they come to check out, just say, hey, we're looking to hire someone to stock shelves, someone to be a cashier. Who do you know that you would recommend to us to talk to? And then ask, do you have their phone number? And then give them a call. Recruiting is a sales process.
What about for businesses that aren't quite as active in the community, I guess, is maybe not active, but that don't have quite of a social presence, like a landscaper or a construction company? They don't have a storefront and they don't necessarily have people walking in.
Well, you network. You talk to everybody you know. You talk to your customers. Your customers may even have children that they would like to get motivated and out of the house and into a job just so that they can start learning how to work. So it's a networking process. And as I coach career seekers, many times what I hear from them is, but I don't know how to network. And I laugh and I say, you're just being silly now. and they go, why do you say that? And I say, because you've been networking since you were 4. Remember when you were 4 years old and a brother or sister or a friend walked by with an ice cream cone? Didn't you say, where'd you get that? That's networking.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has friends, and leveraging our friends network is a great way to get out there. One last question I have before I let you out. Do you have any recommendations for a book to any of our, listeners or viewers who might just be trying to start in the job market? Any book that you might recommend that help them get started?
Absolutely, Ben. One of the best books that I've ever read for recruiting primarily professionals, but it applies to everybody, is this book right here, Top Grading, How Leading Companies Win by Hiring, Coaching, and Keeping the Best People. And it's by Dr. Bradford Smart. And in this book, one of the questions he suggests that managers ask employees or candidates, did you work in high school? And if they said yes, then you ask, what did you do? And then you ask, why did you work in high school? And if they say, I found that I could have financial freedom. I could buy the things I wanted with my money instead of having to go to mom and dad. And then as a result of all of that, I learned some financial literacy. That's the right answer. If they said, mom and dad made me go to work, that shows a little bit of a lack of motivation.
Well, it totally sounds reasonable to me and a great thing to look for in potential employees. Bill, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. Is there any way that people can reach you or get a hold of you if they have further questions?
I'm easy to find. I'm recruiterguide.com. And if you want to talk to me, either from my talent attraction business side of things or from career search or even proper goal setting, I'm at, you can just go to recruiterguide.com and click with Speak with Bill, and that'll put you on my calendar.
Well, Bill, thank you so much for your time, and we appreciate you stopping by. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Ben. It was nice chatting with you.
Nice talking to you too. And unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this segment. We're going to go take a short break, and we will return in just a minute.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Eight-time Emmy-nominated Animal Rescue is a half-hour television series showcasing the heroic efforts of people helping animals. Join host and award-winning journalist Alex Payne and the Animal Rescue camera crew as they travel around the world, capturing dramatic rescues, rehabilitation, and relocation stories. For programming schedule, check your local listings today. Don't miss your favorite episodes of Animal Rescue. When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome to the second hour of Good Morning Vail. Happy Tuesday, happy National Pirate Day to you. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw, and studio host. We have our very own pirate, Mark Sassy, out there doing his pirate things. And we're going to talk to some amazing people today. Steve Perillo taking us through Italy and looking at all things Italy. It's going to be a great one, so keep it right here because Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Live down here in Minturn today, first thing, Tuesday, September the 19th, National Pirate Day. Hey, what's a pirate's favorite doll? Oh, it's a Barbie. Another one. They all kind of have the same theme, if you can't tell by now. Anyways, our weather today for National Pirate Day. Let's take a look around. You can see blue skies looking down the Eagle River. Up and over the back of the saloon, a lot of sunshine about ready to make its way up and over Dow Junction. We're going to see 68 for that high temperature in Vail, probably around 3 o'clock this afternoon with a 30% chance maybe of a passing shower, partly cloudy skies. And we'll see that sunshine kind of diminish a little bit over the course of the day as we show you that hourly forecast. We'll start sunny, partly cloudy with a few showers in the afternoon. And then things should clear out by 8 o'clock tonight. Denver today, 79 for a high with a 30% chance of maybe a passing shower. For Vail, 68 with a 30% chance of a passing shower. Avon, 72 with a 30% chance. And then Eagle coming in with a high of 73 with a 20% chance of some moisture. Tonight we'll see a low of 36 degrees, 20% chance of maybe a passing shower, sun setting at 7:10. Then our 5-day forecast after today, we're looking at mostly sunshine all the way through Sunday. Temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s for the most part, except for Saturday. It'll be a little cooler with a high of 62. Evening lows, though, definitely something to talk about by the weekend. Friday, Saturday, evening lows 30, 31, 32 degrees. So cooler coming our way. And a big event happening in Beaver Creek this weekend. If you can recall, until this year, the event they had in the fall after Oktoberfest was called Hike, Wine, and Dine. The event is happening again. It's changed the name. They changed the name now to the Epicurean Adventure. Things get going on Thursday. They go all the way through Sunday. A little information about it. From gourmet seasonal comfort foods paired with handcrafted fall cocktails to the sight, smells, and charm of exploring fall in the mountains. The Epicurean Adventure in Beaver Creek is an autumn feast for the senses you won't want to miss. Very special events, golf outings, the shotgun scramble at the Beaver Creek Golf Course, intimate farm-to-table dinners prepared by world-class chefs, a little bit of everything. You can go to Beaver Creek's website and click on the link for Epicurean Adventure, and you can see all the different programs, the seminars, the hikes, the adventures that they're going to offer. You can see if there's still availability for them. You can see how much they cost, what they're all about. You can actually buy tickets right there on the website. So if you're up this weekend, Beaver Creek's kind of where you want to be, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for the Epicurean Adventure, formerly known as FKA, Hike, Wine, and Dine. All right, we got a quick break coming up, and we have a great call. Gretchen's getting a chance to speak with Steve Perillo. He's the owner of Perillo Tours, high-end luxury tours around Europe, especially in Italy. We have those details and that Zoom interview coming up after the break.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tvavail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Hello everyone, I'm Raisa Pastel.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. How many personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do. So even though you work with
Some good deals, too good to miss on Flash Deals now. Check this out.
studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Suki and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I'm very excited about this next guest, Steve Perillo, all the way from Italy. I'm so excited to talk about Italian tours and everything Italy. How are you doing?
Buongiorno. Very good, Gretchen. Very good.
Good. Well, I am stoked because Italy happens to be one of my favorite places in the world, and I want to hear all things Italy. It's a vibe. I love it. I went about 5 years ago, and I heard that you are the person to ask all the different questions about Italy too.
I'd be happy to help out. This year is very, very, very busy because of the pandemic, Gretchen. So the first thing I'm telling people is even next year is going to be busy. Go in the off season, go in November or March, even January. It's really much cheaper. The crowds are gone.
Okay.
And it's just easier all around. I really would try to do that.
See, and I feel you because when I go visit somewhere, I want to feel like a local. I want to get the real vibe. I want to see what other people feel. I don't need the crowds per se. I don't really want to feel like a tourist. I want to feel like a local. So starting off, this is a pretty simplistic question, but when I'm very interested, what is your all-time favorite spot? And maybe not a destination that many go to in Italy.
It would probably be the big city of Naples. People don't go to Naples. It had a bad reputation in the 80s and 90s, but it's cleaned up.
Really?
But Naples is the Italian city of Italian cities, and it's everything Americans think of Italy, of Italian tomato sauce, pizza, mozzarella, talking with your hands. It's a Neapolitan. That's all. The songs, the Neapolitan song, the Pavarotti, all that music. It's all Naples. So if you go there, you get the real Italian life. It's not a touristy place. It's not an industrial place. It's just living Italian where you see they still hang their clothes out in the middle of the street. It's just, and the food is unbelievable. And the people, they have this dark sense of humor because they have this Vesuvius, which has changed the psychology of these people. You know, it goes back to the ancient Greeks and the fear of this thing, and they make these dark jokes, and they're so funny, the Neapolitans. Anyway, that's one, there's a million little places in Italy, but besides the big cities, but
I love that you said that because I've actually been to Naples and I adored it. Naples and Rome were my top two favorite. And I speak with my hands all the time. I get teased a lot because here on Good Morning Vail, I'm always moving my hands and using my hands. So maybe I'm Italian a little bit. We'll see. I'll ask my mom. I also was wondering the cuisine. You brought that up. The food is just to die for. I think I gained 8 pounds when I was visiting. How can you best experience the Italian cuisine? What is the best way to go about it?
Because the normal thing is, you know, you're at a famous place, or you're at the Rialto Bridge in Venice, or the Colosseum in Rome, and there are restaurants right there.
Right.
And they have English menus. They have pictures of the food. If they have pictures of the food, I wouldn't eat there. Maybe in Tokyo they do that, but in Italy you shouldn't be. So you go down a side street, and there's just Italians in there, and you walk in, and they're very, very, very helpful to people who are off the tourist track, sort of, and they wander into a reel where just Italian people or at lunch, or business people are there. The food is so good, and the wine is so cheap, and it's so good, and it's just great food and cheaper. So go off the main tourist track.
That's what I was going to say. So you're the president of this Italian touring company, Brilliant. And obviously you are taking people around. How is it that you best get to immerse yourself in Italian culture without feeling like a tourist? How do you do that? How do you have people have that experience?
By moving into these places like Naples,
Right.
Gretchen. you've got to go. You've got to see the Vatican Museum, or
Right.
you've got to go to Venice. But you have to do these things. But these are for tourists. And it's not where it's at, man. It's it's the local people and the local food. That's where you learn about life. It's not these tourist places. They're fine, but so settling in or getting a villa in Tuscany. Could you imagine a week of that and getting a little rental car? And everyone's so helpful.
Right.
Everyone speaks a little English, so it's really Italy's a great destination. I got to tell you.
Well, and I love that you said that too, because I'm a firm believer. That's truth. Is if you want to experience a place, you have to experience and be a traveler, not a tourist. And there's two different vibes there. And I think, Italy, from everything I saw, everyone was so brilliant and just kind and really wanting to help and not making you feel like, oh, silly American tourist, haha, just really wanting you to feel their culture and feel that vibe, which is pretty awesome.
The same is true of America. You could spend a week in an American small town,
right?
But they're not, they're not 2,000-year-old villages, with the history and the food and the vineyard. It's different. It's cool. They have the history, man. They have the history. We're great, but we don't have a history like that.
I was gonna say, so you're saying Vail isn't as cool? That's okay.
No, Vail.
I know Vail's
Vail
one of the,
is totally cool.
Right?
No, Vail is one of the top places in the world.
All right, so I'll give you, you can come to Vail, I'll give you the tour, it will be the Gretchen tour, and then I'll come to Italy and you can give me the tour. How about that?
Okay, I'll take you to Matera, Italy, a little town no one's ever heard of.
Yeah, will you explain that to I'm interested. Explain that to
Oh yeah, it's made of one giant limestone, and it's 12,000 years old, a town. People moved into caves, and they've lived in caves until 1952. And you can visit these, or you can stay in cave hotels, and it's so old looking that they use it in the Passion of the Christ movie. They use it in Ben-Hur, because it looks older than Jerusalem, and Jerusalem looks way old. But it's really, really, there's 99 other amazing villages like Matera.
And
in
Steve,
Italy.
That sounds so amazing. I'm like, I want to travel so badly right now. Steve, is this your travel agency? Is this something that you was handed down? Did your dad do this? How did this come to be?
Yeah, my grandfather came from Naples, and he
Okay.
started the company in 1945. And then my father took over, and he took it mainstream into a big tour operation. And then I'm doing it now in the electronic age. So we have new challenges. My grandfather was the steamship, my father was the jet plane, and now I'm the internet, it looks like, whatever that means.
Well, Steve, I am definitely going to take you up on this. I'm so excited. I want to travel. I miss Italy. You might be getting an email pretty soon.
Steve@PerilloTours.com.
Steve@PerilloTours.com. Thank you so much, Steve. We hope to talk to you again very, very soon. And thanks for getting up so early with us here on Good Morning Vail.
It's earlier where you are. Thanks, Gretchen.
All right. Keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Hey there, I'm Cece with Good Day Vail, and today on our show, we have the opportunity to learn about how we can contribute to climate action change. So stay tuned where we can help you learn new ways to recycle and contribute to the benefits of preserving and saving Mother Earth.
TV8 Vail is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stop by for Good Morning Vail at 7 a.m. and stay all day for lifestyle favorites such as Good Day Vail, Daily Flash, Suki and Scott, and more. And you're sure to find the adventure you crave with back-to-back episodes of Scoreboard Nation and Outdoor America. Find us all day, every day on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on TV8Vail.com, and on all our social media platforms. There's more for you on Channel 92.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We had an awesome interview with Yamani Carey. Liz did such an amazing job. Let's check out part 2.
Welcome back to the show. Good Morning Vail on TV8. I'm your host, Liz, and I am about to get some energy that I've needed. And I'm not getting the energy. You are getting the energy. This is Yamanya, everybody, and she's going to do a practice with me. You explain what you're about to do and tell everybody what we're going to go through.
Okay, so I'm actually going to start off with what I call a 4-quadrant heart breath. And it's derived from the Heart Math Institute working on heart coherence. So it balances the brain and the heart.
Okay.
You can use this for if you're having anxiety or if you want to, if you need to have a decision that you need to make in your life. Do this practice and this will help you come into a state of balance of hearing your own heart and wisdom.
Oh my gosh, I need that right now too.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so this is what I start most of my circles off with and a lot of my sessions with.
Okay.
And then from there, I'm going to step back and I'm going to do what I call a light language transmission on you.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we go. And at the same time, I'm always running energy. All right.
Did I close my eyes or anything?
Oh, if you want to, if that feels good. Let's take a deep breath in. Open the mouth wide and let it go. One more time. Deep breath in and out. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with visualizing like a golden light, like a beam of golden light that moves in through the front of the heart with an inhalation, expanding the heart. And on the exhalation, the golden light is going to move out of the back of the heart. So in, expand, and out through the back. And just allow yourself to keep visualizing that with the breath. Deep breath in through the front, expanding the heart, and exhaling through the back. Perfect. Now the next few breaths are going to come in through the top of the heart. You're going to pull it in through the crown into the heart space, expand the golden light, and on the exhalation, you're going to breathe that out through the bottom. Really good. One more breath, deep breath in. And imagine the heart is just expanding with that golden light, softening and exhaling through the bottom of the heart. Perfect. So now the next few breaths are going to come in through the back of the heart. And imagine that that golden light is dissolving any kind of cords or energetic ties, things from the past that need to dissolve. And as that light comes in, it again expands the heart space. And then it radiates through the front of the heart. So you're actually emanating the essence of who you are through the front of your heart. Golden light in through the back, dissolving, expanding, and then radiating. One more of those. Open the mouth wide. And now the next few breaths come in through the bottom of the heart. Bringing that light in through the bottom. And expanding out the top. And just imagine that the light that's coming in through the bottom of the heart is expanding like rose petals that are being hit by the sunlight. So you're feeling the heart just expand as it reaches and opens so that the light can move into the spaces between the spaces that need to be touched by the light. One more. And now let that light just settle into the center of your chest. So deep breath into the belly space, the womb space here. There you go. Start to feel the energy there. This is actually our power spot, our energy source, especially as women. This is our divine creatrix matrix. Yaya sontod vrasyanteviya. Brosandavakyantiya. Vrandaya nataya santivia trofantiaka. Vrevyankurla santia viandia. Iaya santevia. Brosantaviantiaki. Vrai antia santrevi antokurvla santia. Vai antia voria santia sumpatayane. Now take all of that from your head and move it down through the bottoms of your feet and into the earth. Vasanti viantia kora. Vraya santia vantiake. Viantia or santia vrasantiki. All into the root chakra here. There you go. Ground it in. Vraya santakia trasante. Brosanda viantiki. Ua santa. Deep breath in. And out. There you go.
Wow, I feel so, I don't even know how to explain how I feel right now, but I feel like I almost took a nap. Like, all of a sudden I feel refreshed and woke up. I'm woke. I hate that word.
Me too.
But I, like, when you said the grounding part, I literally felt everything go and feel grounded.
Yeah.
And I feel lighter.
Yes.
And I feel less, a little bit in my head.
Right. So we're bringing everything so that you can actually consolidate your energy into the physical being. So you're actually more effective. Because if we're not fully embodied, we're scattered.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And so we're actually much more of a solid force of energy when we're embodied
and
into
I
it.
felt solid, which I never feel.
Uh-huh.
You know, I feel like goofy all the time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, but
Yeah.
I mean, I felt superbly grounded.
Yeah.
And I feel really interesting right now.
Yeah.
And I had the goosebumps the entire time.
Awesome.
Wow.
And the thing that's really cool about these sessions is they keep percolating. Like we have this now, but for like a few days, you're going to start to feel
really?
things start to unravel and like keep moving.
I have my own human sound bowl with me
I
right now. Can I just take you around? I mean, hang you out the rear view of my car when I'm having,
Exactly. But so you can use that heart breath, and that is
Yeah.
a really good way to help get yourself back into that centered and grounded space.
I have to say, I'm not fooling around here, even though we all know I'm a fool, but I actually feel lighter, more like I took a rest, and I feel less intense in this part of my body, in the head and the heart and all that stuff. So that is weird.
So it's an alignment. It's an alignment. It's an embodiment, and it's like a power force that we get to be when we feel this way.
I have to say, where can people find you? Because this is something that everybody needs to get done. I love the language that you had. I felt like Spanish, Latin.
Right? And so
Yeah.
every person, it'll be
Is it
different. Some
different?
people, like, it'll come out like almost sounding Italian or Russian or Japanese.
What?
Or like, yeah, so there's all these what I call dialects.
And they
that
just come
through.
from within you,
They channel
whatever
through
I
me.
give you.
Yeah, whatever your soul is resonating to me, I reflect that back to
Wow.
you. So in the reflection, it's you remembering the divinity and the perfection of who you
Oof,
are.
I'm having the goosebumps again. It's so crazy. This is so superb, everybody. I want everybody to know how to find you, reach you, and then get some practices with you.
Right. So my website is yamaniacarey.com, and you can reach out to me through there. My cell phone number is 760-310-8688. And I am much better at text than I am phone calls, so text me.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I practice out of my home office in Eagle.
There you have it, everybody. If you really want to feel like I do right now, I know you can't tell because I'm like still standing here, but internally I feel really good.
Good.
I feel good, and I was a
Good.
little uptight this morning just because I going through something. But I mean, it really does lighten the load, for lack of a better expression.
Right.
Oh my God, I can't think of. Give me a big hug.
Yes.
That was amazing, you guys. I'm not kidding around. Something new and exciting and different here on Good Morning Vail TV8. We always like to check out how people can take care of us here in our community, and you are definitely one of them. You're my new friend. This is Yamania Carey, everybody. Please make sure you look her up and feel as good as I do right now. We'll be right back with more TV8 after this.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tv8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for
Some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals. Now check this out.
studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Spooky and Scott Show, we are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. And welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
Hi, Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show live from Minturn. Great stuff going on in the studio today. And we got a nice day ahead of us for everybody around Eagle County. As you can see, as we look around Minturn, sun making its way up now. bright blue skies. It's going to be a good day and relatively cool. We're going to see a high temperature of about 68 for that high mid-afternoon, probably around 3 o'clock. We're in the low to mid 40s to start first thing this morning, and we are going to have mostly sunny skies to begin, and then we'll see things shift throughout the daytime. As you look at that hourly forecast, you can see sunshine to start, partly cloudy, maybe a 30% chance of a shower or two in the afternoon hours. Temperatures around 4 o'clock, 59. Temperatures around 3 o'clock, 68. So a dramatic drop once that sun starts to go down. And we're going to see 79 for the Front Range today, down in Denver with a 30% chance of moisture. For Vail, 68, Avon, 72, Eagle, 73, with a 20% chance for some moisture in Eagle and a 30% chance for Vail and for Avon. Tonight, sun setting at 7:10, a 20% chance of maybe a passing shower, then things will clear up, a low of 36. And then we have sunshine really the rest of the week. We look at that 5-day, Wednesday through Sunday, sunshine. We'll see temperatures in the low 70s for the next few days, Wednesday, Thursday, dropping into the 60s for Friday and Saturday and Sunday. And evening lows definitely cooler. So once again, fall is upon us. Leaves are starting to shift a little bit. And it means things a little bit differently for what's happening with the fly fishing also. I've got a fly fishing report coming your way. I want to kind of fill you in on the insect layout. So as I show you in the shop here, all the different bugs you have to choose from to fish with over the course of every day of the year, it gets a little overwhelming. But I've managed to kind of narrow it down and give you just a few that are going to work for this time of the year as we're inside the shop today. I've got a few of my guides walking in right now because they have trips coming up. But I'm going to show you here. We're going to simplify it for everybody and show you kind of what the fish are feeding on right now. So I showed you that photograph earlier on of that sculpin. These are flies that are made to imitate those little sculpin fish. That's one. This is called the Sex Dungeon. There's also the Sculpzilla. And they are spectacular flies that naturally imitate those sculpins in the river and all those other bait fish. Other good insects right now, anything top water is a terrestrial right now. So anything from a hopper, this is called a chubby. This is called an army ant. This is called a hippie stomper. They all float. They're made of foam, so they have a lot of great flotation. So you can fish those with something weighted below it. For example, this right here, it's called a flamethrower. This one is called a hare's ear. That's called a Frenchie, and those are all tungsten beaded. They're going to sink. And then below that, we've got, emergers like mayfly emergers. We've got the RS2 in the color of black. We also have the RS2 in the color of gray. Then along with that, there's a lot of different betas around. There's a lot of bars emergers, blueing olives, and also chocolate thunders, anything tiny. So these are size 18s down to 20 to 22. So in the combination, you can fish these with one of these below it, with one of these below one of these. Another very specific hatch for this time of the year, which we don't see a lot of hatches. This is an elk hair caddis. Now, caddis are around throughout the summertime, then they start to kind of fade out. But we get a big hatch of one type of caddis in the fall, and it is called the October caddis. And they're big and they're a short-lived hatch, but it's nice to see them happening. They're actually happening a little bit earlier. We're starting to see a few of them around right now. So top water bugs, caddis, and then all the terrestrials. You can fish with smaller surface bugs only if you're seeing fish coming up and rising. It's kind of futile if you're going to go out and fish dry flies and there's no fish coming up to the surface. 90% of the time those fish feed on the bugs that are in the rocks in the bottom of the river. So good opportunities. If you want to go out on a guided trip, give us a call here at the shop. I've got about 15 guides on standby ready to take clients out on the river. We have about 10 trips going out today. We have trips going out every day of the season until it starts to get nice and cold out. But fishing is really good right now. So give us a call, swing by, book a trip, or if you need some advice, just swing by for some advice. Right, coming up next, we have Dan, who is with Dogma Athletica, Dan Swanson. He had a chance to catch up with Kim Smith. Kim Smith does segments that are all about adventures in coaching, whether it's physical coaching, mental.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Hi there! Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Good morning, Vail.
Everybody say hi to Tyke. This is Tyke. This is one of my fishing guide, Billy. This is his beautiful little Frenchie. Hey, real quick, I'm all distracted now. Dan Swenson of Dogma Athletic had a chance to catch up, not with Tyke, but with Kim Smith in Adventures in Coaching. Let's find out more how that interview went and what it's all about right now. What do you think, Tyke? You want to do that? Hey, want to do that? Okay.
Hi there, welcome to this edition of Adventures in Coaching. I'm Kim Smith and I'm a career and business success coach. And recently we've been talking about a lot of various coaching topics, including how important it is to define and align your purpose, how to identify limiting beliefs, and a lot about how to change your mindset for success. And we're going to be shifting gears a little bit and switching it up, and I'm going to be interviewing some community members about these topics and their journeys to their success. So with me today is Dan from Dogma Athletica. He's the owner there. Welcome, Dan.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's so great to have you. We've talked a few times, and I've always been really inspired by how you've integrated purpose and a lot of these things into your life and your career. So please tell me a little bit about your journey.
Sure, well, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. My journey, I'm going to go back to when I graduated from college, because really at that point in my life was when I identified the need to really have purpose and definition around my career path as a young individual, and defining what meaning was to me and what goals were to me. And so I've been a longtime believer in sitting down every once in a while and saying, all right, what's my purpose, what's my mission, what are my values that I'm living out in my day-to-day family life, career life, social life, all of that.
Yeah, and I love how you integrate it to really all aspects of your life, not just your career. And the other thing that really stands out to me is that you did it at a very young age, whereas a lot of people that I talk to, they don't really have any idea of like kind of where they're going and just try out a lot of different things. So how did that make a difference for you in your career path?
It really helped me identify when opportunities would come up, what were the right opportunities and what were the wrong opportunities for me.
Yeah.
Because when I took the time to write out my personal values, what was important to me, and how those values translated into what I wanted my mission to be for my career, it made it really easy when something came up. It might have looked really attractive at first glance, but when I would reflect back on, hey, does this reflect my values? Does this help me live out my mission? And if the answer was no to those, then I identified quickly like, all right, this isn't the right opportunity for me.
Yeah, that is just such a great example of everything that I try to talk to people about and how important that is. So tell me, you know, we've talked a little bit about how you worked in one industry in the corporate world for a while and then decided to make a really big shift.
Yeah, so this comes back to that values and mission piece. It's interesting, when Yahoo first came about, Yahoo emails, I actually wrote out my mission statement and I emailed it to myself so I could like have a ready repository that I was able to come back to years later and kind of look at that mission and say, hey, is that still true? And so I developed this practice of every couple of years taking a little miniature sabbatical, getting away on my own, and kind of thinking about those values. Were they still consistent with where I was in life and that mission? And did I feel like I was still in that season of life that mission was central to me? And so for the longest time, my mission was to use my God-given skills and abilities to create job opportunities and help businesses grow through a finance role. And over the course of the last several years, I just felt the winds of change. And when I sat down about 3 years ago to do my little miniature sabbatical, I said, you know, that's not my mission anymore. I don't feel that as a calling. And what I identified is that I needed to take some time to transition to find what that calling was. And so I actually did like a 3 hours type of framework for myself. I said, all right, I'm going to retire from the corporate world in order to recover for a little bit. I'm going to reorient, and that reorientation was using that sabbatical to do some volunteer work and to kind of identify, hey, what is the mission for me, and then redirect. And that redirect was identifying, hey, I don't want to use finance as a way of helping people out. I want to use fitness as a way of helping people out. And so I wrote my new mission statement, which was to use fitness and health and welfare to help individuals realize their goals and objectives in life. And that's what led us to acquire Dogma Athletica, and that's what brought us, my wife and I, to the Vail Valley.
Wow, that's a great story. And along the way, did you ever, have any limiting beliefs or fears that came up about making such a drastic change in your career after having a successful career for quite a while?
Certainly lots of uncertainty, and uncertainty can lead to fear or self-doubt. It's interesting, you mentioned as limiting thoughts in the coaching business that we do, and we do a lot of performance coaching for athletes. We approach it as performance psychology, and we phrase it as negative thoughts. So how do you stop negative thoughts? And it applies to you and I as individuals, as business people. And the practice that I identified is really kind of cognitive behavior oriented, where it's identifying when a negative thought comes up, thinking about like, all right, what is that thought? Where is it coming from? To some extent, even recognizing what's the physical sensation that you feel with that negative thought, but then developing a toolkit where you redirect. So you hear that negative thought or you feel that negative thought coming up and envisioning like a stop sign and saying, all right, stop that thought process. Then having a redirect which is prepared for that. So that thought process for me was, I don't know sales and marketing. How am I going to do this as a business owner? It's all about sales and marketing. The redirect was, hey, I've mastered lots of new skills over the course of my career history. This is a new skill that I have the ability to master it. So let me lay out the action plan for how I'm going to master sales and marketing to move forward.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so much like what I talk about when I say taking a challenge and making it an opportunity. Figuring out, how it can benefit you. What is the solution? What is the outcome going to be? And, when you did that, did it help you to really hang on to those goals?
Absolutely. It was instrumental in not just hanging on to the goals, but achieving the goals and having a healthier mental attitude towards that challenge. Just like you said, it's not a challenge, it's an opportunity. And I said, hey, this is something for me to develop that I haven't done in the past. This is really exciting versus really scary.
Right. And tell me a little bit about, like, along the way, about your support system.
Family, friends, colleagues. Having a trusted set of advisors is really important in terms of friends, colleagues, coaches like yourself that you can turn to and say, here are the things that I'm dealing with or the challenges that I'm trying to address. Give me your thoughts and input. Here's my plan. What do you think of my plan? Type of thing.
That's amazing, because a lot of times it stays in the head until you kind of start putting it out there and verbalizing.
That's right.
So that can make a big difference.
And having someone to say, this is a really good idea. You can make it great if you were to tweak these couple of things about it.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. So tell me a little bit along your journey, any time where you've had a shift even in your current business and how you've addressed that.
Yeah, I'll say one of the shifts that we took on right away was the ownership transition. And the prior owners had great reputations in the environment for what they had done with the gym and what the gym meant. The transition was for me to shift that from being the prior owners to my ownership, having that reputation. And the way we really addressed that was me thinking about how do I engage people in the community and people in the gym and establish and continue the gym's reputation so that people see, all right, the prior owners are gone, but Dogma Athletica is not gone. Dogma Athletica is still there and the same. And so having a thoughtful plan in terms of communication plan, engagement plan, and then really kind of getting it down to discrete steps and saying, all right, here are the steps that I'm going to execute. And we did that, and we had just a wonderful reputation as being really engaging, positive, welcoming culture that I simply love having at the gym.
Yeah, and that really comes through when, we're in the gym with you and seeing what you're doing. And I get your emails about your clients, and you always focus some success story. So tell me about how some of these things have affected your clients as well.
There was a recent woman that I interviewed. Her name is Jessica DeYoung. She's a local community member here. Jessica went through a battle with cancer, ocular cancer. And one of the incredible things that she shared with me was that coming back to Dogma Athletica was actually one of her motivations for getting through her treatment and getting through her recovery. And I heard that, and I was like, you're just telling me that because it's me. And she's like, no, honestly, that was, she said, the support network that she had there in terms of the friends, the environment, the mental and the emotional engagement that she feels in the gym were big motivators for her. And I said, you know what, that's wonderful to hear because that is my mission.
Yeah, that is amazing. So tell me a little bit about things that might really inspire you or inspire people that are listening to this interview.
What really inspires me is when people have a growth-oriented mindset, when people look for learning opportunities. And so we have every month a theme. September's theme is coincidental with the school year is learning. And so that's something that just, I love seeing it when people bring tidbits to me in terms of opportunities for me to grow, or when I'm able to provide people with opportunities for them to grow and learn. Having that growth mindset, I think, makes for a wonderful community like what we have here.
Yeah, that really does make a difference from thinking, of like growth and expansion versus, oh, this is too challenging, I can't do it. And I love how people are adopting that, especially you and your organization. And it's been super inspiring sitting here with you today. And I'm so excited for your success and where you're going. And I look forward to hearing more and more about, where things go. And if anybody is interested in learning more about you and your business, how can they reach you?
They can go out to our website, so dogmaathletica.com. There's actually a section on there where they can schedule a visit with me, and I would love to chat with them about either fitness challenges or performance psychology, and see how we could be of assistance to them.
Perfect. That sounds great. And if you'd like to learn a little bit more about how coaching can help your success, please reach out to me at kim@adventuresincoaching.com. And I hope you have a wonderful and successful day.
show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
TV8 Vail is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stop by for Good Morning Vail at 7 a.m. and stay all day for lifestyle favorites such as Good Day Vail, Daily Flash, Suki and Scott, and more. And you're sure to find the adventure you crave with back-to-back episodes of Scoreboard Nation and Outdoor America. Find us all day, every day on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on TV8Vail.com, and on all our social media platforms. There's more for you on Channel 92. Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
I think I might have lost you. Hold on. You guys, I got your weather report coming up. Just got to grab my phone. Real quick, let's take a look at that hourly forecast. Sunshine all day long. Maybe some cloud cover later on in the day. Maybe a chance of a passing shower, about a 30% chance. But for the most part, it's going to be good and sunny. Now let's take a look at your I-70 drive. What's coming your way from Denver? 79 with a 30% chance of moisture. For Vail, 68. For Avon, 72. For Eagle, 73. And there's a slight percentage of a passing shower this afternoon. All right, but that's going to wrap it up on my end here from Minturn. Keep in mind, we got the comedy show at Shakedown on Thursday. We have Epicurean Adventure all weekend in Beaver Creek and the market on Sunday. Gretchen, have a great day. Let's take it back to you in the studio now.
Thank you so much, Pirate Mark, for this amazing Tuesday. It is Pirate Day. Hopefully you had a great day with us on Good Morning Vail. We had so many amazing people that we spoke to. I had so much fun learning all about Rome. Definitely need to go back to Rome. I am so stoked to head out with the travel agent, as well as I'm excited. Fall right around the corner. I think 3 more days to go. Get on out there, enjoy that sunshine today. I am so excited to see you guys tomorrow for more Good Morning Vail. Have a great Tuesday.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Tune into Coffee with America and start your day in the right direction, where we go over the latest and greatest in health, lifestyle, entertainment, and more. Start your day